Hi, I'm Tammy Brawley with the Green Kitchen, and welcome to a special outdoor edition of Heart of the Home. We're at Old Tavern Farm in New Kent, and I want to show you how to make some delicious sweet potato biscuits. We're going to start with some mashed sweet potato. Now, the best way to do these, as far as I'm concerned, is to either bake them in the oven in a piece of aluminum foil like you would a normal baked potato, or even wrap them in plastic and put them in the microwave for a few moments. Take them out and peel them, and then you've got a nice mashed potato there, and you want to put them in a bowl with some butter. If your butter's soft enough, you should be able just to use a hand masher, but otherwise you might want to put it in your mixer. That's up to you. I find with the smaller amounts that it's better to do the hand mixing. You want to get that butter nice and combined with the sweet potato. And then you want to have waiting some flour, baking powder, a little sugar, and a little salt. Add that to your mixture. So now what we have is all-purpose flour, sugar, salt, a little bit of baking powder, and sweet potato and butter. I'm going to use just a knife here to get it started. Once it gets nice and combined as such, then you can get in there with your hand. We're going to get a little messy, but that's all right. This also gives you a chance to feel for moisture. This will tell you how much milk you want to add. You really don't want to add a lot of milk because you don't want it runny. You want a nice balance of milk to sweet potato to make sure that the biscuits hold together. This feels really good. I do have about 2 tablespoons of milk at the weight here. Add that in there. All right, now you can turn it out on a parchment paper or a board as such. Yes, you are playing with your food. There's nothing wrong with that. It's fun. It's the best way to feel for a proper dough is to use your hands, bare hands. So we're going to push it out. And the thing about biscuits is that you really don't want to overwork the dough because they will be tough. So you really don't want to work this too terribly much. And depending on the cutter you want to use, you want to do it in a square or a round, that's up to you. You want to mash it out till it's about a ½ inch or so thick. And you want to take a cutter. I remember my grandmother used to use a juice glass. But you take a cutter and make your circles. And you want to put them out on a pan, a baking sheet. I use parchment paper. You can certainly use a baking mat, such as a sill pad if you'd like. One recipe makes about, I don't know, depends on the size you want to use, probably 8 to 10, maybe a dozen biscuits. Put them on the pan, and then you want to take melted butter, brush them over the top. So after you've brushed them with melted butter, you want to go into about a 400, 425 degree oven, depending on your oven, and you want to bake them for about 15 minutes until they come out to be a nice golden brown color. My culinary teacher used to say, bake them until they're GBD, golden brown and delicious. So when they pull them out, what I like to do is I like to create a little bit of a honey mustard. I'll take a Dijon mustard and a little bit of honey or agave, and I will spread them on the biscuits. And then, as you would say, the icing on the cake would be a little bit of country ham. Certainly that is something we have copious amounts of in Virginia. Put that on the biscuit, and there you have it, a sweet potato biscuit with honey mustard and country ham. I'm Chef Tammy Brawley with the Green Kitchen. See you next week on Virginia Heart of the Home.
Recipes from the Heart of the Home can be found on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafb.com/recipes, as well as on Chef Tammy Brawley's website at greenkitchenrichmond.com.